Hello to you. The Home Secretary, Shabana Mahmood, has described as disturbing and sickening footage filmed by an undercover BBC reporter at a police station in London, showing incidents of racism and misogyny, as well as officers bragging about the use of force. Rory Bibb, working for the Panorama programme, got a job at Charing Cross Police Station and recorded some of what he witnessed over a 7-month period. 11 people, most of them serving officers, are now under investigation for potential gross misconduct. I must warn you that our top story tonight from Emma Vardy contains extremely offensive, discriminatory and misogynistic language from the very beginning.
The smile's a scum. Smile's ugly. Any person's the worst to deal with. God, we so lose our job right now.
This is an off-duty Metropolitan Police officer, PC Phil Nielsen, talking about some of the communities of London he polices.
And the ones that rape women, you do them cock and let them bleed out.
I've seen too many Islamics committing crimes. Their way of life is not the correct way of life.
And referring to cases he says he's dealt with.
Either put a bullet through his head or deport him.
Whether on or off duty, the behaviour of police officers is governed by rules laid out in law. They should not discriminate. But 2.5 years ago, an independent review concluded the Met was institutionally homophobic, misogynistic and racist. Panorama went undercover to find out if it had changed after whistleblowers provided evidence about Charing Cross.
Ring the buzzer if you need anything else, yeah?
Our reporter, Rory Bibb, worked for 7 months at Charing Cross in a civilian role as a designated detention officer. He filmed evidence of racist attitudes and what appeared to be the mistreatment of people who'd been arrested.
He's got his hope right. He's just gone. And this guy's
PC Martin Borg is talking about this, where a sergeant can be seen on CCTV stomping down twice. The officers suggested the man tried to kick the sergeant first. He was being restrained at the time. Martin Borg, who was in the cell, joked about how he and his sergeant discussed what they'd write in their statements about the incident.
He tried to kick me yesterday, so I was absolutely the sergeant. Absolutely, so.
Whatever you say,
It
sir.
was like, thank you very much, mate.
We also filmed officers bragging about the use of force.
I love taking fingerprints by force because I'm like, give me your fingerprints. No, I'm going to break your fingers if you don't give them to me. And so we grab the other 2 fingers and you pull really hard and it snaps a tendon.
This officer describes how he dealt with a man wearing leg restraints in the back of a police van.
Whack the shit out the back of his legs trying to get the job to the floor to put him in. He's just smashing his head off the top. I was like, all right, fucking hell, fine. Never got a complaint.
We don't know if the officers actually hurt people or if it was just bravado. The Met insists its culture has changed, but our filming suggests some of its officers have not. They're just more careful about who they share their views with.
Who can I fucking trust here?
Hey, how you going?
You look like a new boy.
Someone new joins. Oh, right off. You've got to figure them out, but you can't say.
Don't start hitting your head for being stupid.
There were times Rory filmed officers at Charing Cross working professionally and with empathy, but he also spent many hours on duty seeing openly misogynistic behaviour.
I've got a long two pussy fit. That's the real one, and then the fat one now.
This was Rory's sergeant, Joe McElvenny. Here, the custody team are discussing a man accused of rape and domestic violence.
She's pregnant, tried to kill the baby. It's in the stomach.
The man had been released on bail.
That's what she says.
Got a big footprint, I would never been pregnant. Yeah.
His dismissive approach infuriates a female colleague.
The way you went, yeah, that's what she says. It fucking stamped on her stomach when she was pregnant. Like, don't. I thought it's going to go and wait now. Go away now. But unfortunately, I can't. He's got stripes up the jungle.
In other words, he doesn't believe her.
We showed our evidence to Sue Fish, once Chief Constable of Nottinghamshire Police.
Individuals like him have the power to make those sorts of decisions about my safety, other women's safety. And that is terrifying, absolutely terrifying.
After the BBC wrote to the Met detailing our evidence, the force said 8 officers from Charing Cross and 1 staff member had been suspended. Another 2 officers were removed from frontline duties. We contacted the individual officers identified in the programme. They've not responded. The Commissioner of the Metropolitan Police, Sir Mark Rowley, told Panorama the behaviour outlined is disgraceful, and the Met has taken immediate and unprecedented action. He added much more needs to be done to tackle the individuals and cliques whose appalling behaviour continues to let down their colleagues and Londoners.
I saw a little dig in the back of the leg.
Rory was at times warned to be careful about what he said.
Don't fucking talk us all into a fucking big complaint.
Yeah, I'm new, I'm still learning.
Our investigation suggests that a toxic culture in the Met hasn't been eliminated. It's been driven underground. Emma Vardy, BBC News.
Well, Daniel De Simone is with me. He's been following the story. A powerful response from the Home Secretary to all this. And where does it leave the Met Commissioner?
Well, that's right. The Home Secretary says the disturbing scenes in the footage are sickening. She says the government fully supports the Met's pledge to root out unfit officers. And she said she knows that that's a top priority for the Commissioner. Sir Mark Rowley himself will have watched this secret footage for the first time tonight, like the Home Secretary and everyone at home. His own statement says the behaviour depicted is reprehensible and he's truly sorry. 3 years ago, when he took over the force, he pledged to change a force that was really beset by scandal. And one of the scandals he inherited was Charing Cross Police Station, where the police watchdog had found racism and misogyny. To the fact the BBC has now found the same culture at the same station poses a real threat to Sir Mark's authority and reputation. He has always refused to accept that the Met is institutionally racist and misogynistic, despite the fact an official review by Baroness Louise Casey said it was. Tonight, Sir Mark has spoken about the steps he says he's taking to reform the force and root out wrongdoing. But some will say, based on this evidence, that the true change will not come about unless he accepts how systemic these issues actually are, unless he accepts the Met is institutionally racist and misogynistic.
All right, Daniel, thank you. Daniel De Simone there.